Well, thank you so much for being here for SCAD and for SCAD Style. And thank you for joining me for On Creativity. I'm so delighted to have this opportunity to talk to you.
Thank you. I'm thrilled to be here and just so inspired being here.
Well, you have a wide circle of friends, from Sofia Coppola to Pat McGrath to top models. It reminds me of that maxim that to make a friend, you have to be a friend. So you must be a really good friend. And I wonder how these friendships have impacted your career and your life.
I think that so much of what I've done and experienced is because of my friendships. And, I met Stephen Meisel at a drawing class. I went to the lunchroom and I see him and he's like, come sit with me. And that was the beginning of a beautiful friendship. And that he started doing photography. Mm-hmm. So he called me and said, will you come and help me on the photo shoot? Mm-hmm. And that was with Franco Sozzani, who became the head of Italian Vogue. Mm-hmm. So every month we did a story for Franca. And I worked on a monthly basis with him.
I often tell our students, make the friendships, because the architecture students are going to end up working with the painting students, or they may need to connect, fragrance and beauty.
It's true. It's all about relationships. Mm-hmm. And through Stephen, I went to Paris with him. With the first fashion show we went to, on the way we picked up Madonna. She came out with her coat on, and when she sat down at the Gaultier show, she took it off and she said, Anne, I have a surprise for you. And she was wearing my dress. That was one of the things that gave me this confidence that maybe I could do my own show. So when we got back to New York, Stephen said, okay, it's your turn. Mm-hmm. And he introduced me first to Francois Nars, did the makeup, Garen did the hair, and I knew Linda and Naomi and Christy socially because we would all hang out. So when it came time for the models, Linda and Naomi and Christy helped me get all the other girls.
And those famous baby doll dresses that are still popular today.
Yeah, they were all dressed identically, and you could see that the models were having such a good time on the runway. And they did that impromptu.
Wow. Mm-hmm. And it's iconic. Totally iconic, yeah. Can you discuss the importance of loyalty and keeping a committed team together to create success?
I'm so fortunate that I have some people that have been with me over 30 years.
Amazing. Since
the beginning of when we started doing fashion shows, I had the same people working with me for every show because they were friends.
Yes.
There's nothing like friends and people that support you.
But your work is known for being feminine and exotic and rock and roll. How would you describe Anna Sui?
Well, I think those are all the catchphrases that people use when they talk about my clothes. And I think that, again, it's made it so identifiable. There's an Anna Sui look. And that's what I say a lot to young designers. You have to establish a brand image. Mm-hmm. And I think that if you see the success of many designers, it's because of the brand image. Mm-hmm. It's not just one thing, one dress, one look. There's an image behind it. You can't go against your grain. You can't do what everyone expects. I mean, look at you. You didn't do what everyone expected. You did what you wanted. And that's what made you the legend that you are. I mean, that's really, I think, how you establish your own identity.
How do you go from the original inspiration to the fully realized collection?
I build the collection on an inspiration board. And I start with a picture, an image, something that's interesting to me, something that I want to learn more about. It's like, I like that flower that's in the corner of that picture. I follow my instinct and really go with what it is that excited me. There's something that I'm interested in. I want everyone else to see it and everyone else to get excited about it. Mm-hmm. And I think that's what really keeps me going all the time. Yesterday I kept saying, I wish I could come back to school and attend SCAD.
Yeah. Oh, that's a huge compliment.
Yeah.
What would be your chosen major then?
The fibers.
Mm-hmm.
That was incredible. And just the freedom that the students have there, and the fact that they're able to indulge themselves in their passion.
Many fashion writers have noted your innate connection to the desires of the teenage girl. How have you kept that connection to a demographic that's always changing?
I think that's one of my fascinations with style and with fashion, is that I love to see what the kids are doing. There's nothing more exciting for me. Like, someone will catch my eye because of what they're wearing, how they put themselves together, the color of their hair, the kind of shoes they're wearing. And all that excites me so much to see that there's a look, there's a trend.
You have that youthful exuberance within you too, I think.
I think I never really grew up. I get just as excited about a rock star or like a teen idol as I did when I was a kid. It's just like, I love all that.
Designers today rarely just design clothes, and I know you're quite a multi-hyphenate yourself. Fragrance, cosmetics, jewelry, footwear, home decor. How do you make sure it all exemplifies your voice?
You need to have that licensing behind your business, because it's very hard to make money on making clothes.
Yeah.
But the other thing is key, that you have control, especially creative control, so that the packaging is signature, very recognizable. That was the one thing that accepting the licenses was contingent on, that I had the final say. And I like being involved because I like all those products. I like cosmetics, I like fragrance, I like shoes. And then I love making it all cohesive and telling a story and really expressing the brand. And I think that that's been the success of all those products. They're so identifiable.
Still coming from one person.
There's no question that a compact or a lipstick is Anna Sui.
I'm so impressed with how you built your business while staying independent. Any last words of advice about how to thrive and really enjoy a lifelong career?
The advice that I give to people, if they want to be a fashion designer, you can't think you want to be one. You have to know you want to be one. You have to have that dedication, which also involves sacrifices, making decisions on what's priority in your life, and what it is that you really want. You have to find your way and keep trying and being resourceful and like, well, if this doesn't work, let's do it this way. But you still want to make it happen.
Amazing. Thank you for joining us, and I hope to see you again.
Yes, I'd love to come back. Thank you.